I bet she doesn't even have a fish tank. I bet your mom doesn't have a fish tank. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am sitting down today with my freshwater community fish tank. Not because you didn't believe that I didn't have a fish tank, but because I love my fish tank. So this is a great excuse for me to sit down and make a video with the cute little fish. In this tank, I have rummy nose tetra, neon tetra, some German rams, some geophagus, a pleco, snails, shrimp that have been missing for quite a while, but they are now found. There are also these little neon green tetras. I'm not sure what they are. I don't remember what their names are. So if you know what those little neon green tetras are, leave me a comment and let me know. There are also somewhere around here some cory cats. There's albino cory cats and there are long fin cory cats. I've had albino cory cats in another tank previously and I really liked them, but my current albino cory cats are kind of neurotic. I don't know if that's normal. Maybe I got lucky with my last albino cory cats. They were pretty chill, hung out on the bottom, swam together as a little group. And these, I don't even see them right now, but they're usually mid-water. Since when are cory catfish mid-water? Oh, there's also, speaking of cats, there's an autocat or two or three. Definitely at its maximum capacity for fish. I will not be adding any more fish into this tank. And I am aware that the geophagus are going to have a new home at a certain point. They're pretty tiny right now. They're like, you know, about this big. So they're doing just fine in here. Everybody gets along really well, with the exception of the German rams. Most of them do okay. There are 3 of them. 2 of them are very nice, and one of them thinks he runs the whole tank. With the exception of the German rams, everybody gets along really well. I definitely could not have this many fish in one tank if they were not all friendly, non-aggressive fish. My goal for this tank was to make it as bright as possible. I would eventually like to do saltwater, but I know nothing about saltwater and I didn't feel like I had the time to learn about saltwater. So my goal was to make this freshwater tank look as bright and exciting and inviting as a saltwater tank. So to do that, I have a handful of fake coral and fake plants in here. My other tank that I have is 125 gallon and it's totally different vibe. It's like very tanniny, it's wood, it's dark, the back is painted black. It's very like river vibes. So I was trying to go for the opposite. I usually only do real plants, but I wanted to add a little bit of fake in here just to give it that saltwater vibe, even though it's not actually saltwater. Along with those fake plants, there is some white coral. I had no idea what this white coral would be like in a freshwater tank. I know it's kind of a weird thing to put in a freshwater tank. This coral is just loving all of the algae, or the algae is loving the coral, I should say. So the coral is frequently green or black. Currently, it's kind of at a more like black phase. My reason for getting the autocats and the shrimp and the pleco, more or less, was for the algae. Come to find out, the shrimp don't care at all. They're not really helping that situation at all. The autocats do pretty well with it, but there's just a lot going on here for the autocats to keep up with. About once a week, the tank gets cleaned, the rocks get scrubbed down, the glass gets scrubbed down. I bought this tank secondhand, so it's a little bit older. Eventually I'll need to do a whole like renovation project with it and redo all the silicone and everything. But for now, it works. I think the fish are really cute. There's a little German ram over here just watching me film this video. I have added more live plants in there so that it's not all fake plants. And then there's some plants coming out the top of the tank as well. This tank has finally gotten to a place where I really enjoy spending time with it and watching it and being around it. It was definitely a work in progress for quite a while when it had nothing but these bright white rocks and these very fake plastic coral things. It just wasn't very inviting in contrast with this dark, dark black sand. And then I have had the rummy nose in there for probably the longest amount of time, along with some neon tetras. And then it took kind of a while to find the right balance of small fish, medium fish, colors. Colors were really important to me in this tank, so I really did pick a lot of these fish based upon their colors. And of course their temperament, because there's a lot of them in there. Oh, one other thing to note about this tank, it's on a timer and it has a doodly-doo, a fan, a blower, a spinner, a water mover, a current maker, whatever you want to call it. It blows the water around and creates a current. It's only on during the day, and I think it creates kind of a fun environment for the fish. I oftentimes see the fish specifically swimming in that current, kind of like they're getting their exercise in, like running on a treadmill. So throughout the middle of the day, a lot of times the fish will spend their time just like swimming right in the middle, playing in the current. I hope you have had fun getting to know my community tank a little bit. If you have a fish tank, I'd love to hear about it. I'm always intrigued by other people who keep fish and what fish they keep and what their tank looks like. So leave me a comment. Don't forget to like this video, and I will see you again in another video.